right, so let's talk about impact. Impact position, what does that look like? Impact position, best players in the world, their hands are leading. All right, there it is, that's impact. Club face is looking at the ball, slightly down. All right, that's a de-lofted iron. All right, where recreational players go off is their impact position looks more like this, where the handle's back and the club face is pointing to the sky, adding a lot of loft, spin, and no distance. All right, so to improve your impact, a lot of players focus on kind of pulling the handle in to get the good impact, versus letting the dynamics of the golf swing do all the work. And what they miss out on when they do that is they hold on, all right, because they're trying to keep the club face square to the target for a really long time and keep the forward shaft lean, so they end up with a wide open club face and the ball goes nowhere. It's like no power, nothing, no zip. All right, what you're missing is a release. And a lot of players think a release is a flip. All right, so I really want to clear up that misconception. A flip is when you flip the ball. I call this a flick. All right, so your trail hand is actually coming underneath. To me, that's a flip. A flip could also be just over rotating your forearms, standing up and over rotating because your face was open or you were steep. To me, that's a flip. A release is taking the club face from toe up to closed. All right, all the best players in the world do it, and they do it really fast in this window. From here to here, I call it from thigh to thigh, lightning fast hands. All right, a lot of players think if they release, they're not going to have any forward shaft lean. All right, so that's a huge misconception, so they don't do it. All right, so from thigh to thigh. All right, so if I bring it down, the face is square. All right, and if I froze impact, my impact position is good, my hands are ahead. All right, there's no flip in there. All right, so to feel impact, to actually feel what it feels like to have your hands ahead, go ahead and use the link below to get the impact bag. All right, this is a great training aid to help you feel impact. What does impact actually feel like? All right, so I'm gonna put this right on the ball. All right, you don't have to hit this hard, you're just gonna go into your impact position. Boom. All right, so you can see that your hands are ahead. My hips are opening and the club face is flush against the impact bag. What it's not doing is grooves of the club. You shouldn't be able to see the grooves of the club, and the handle should not be back here. All right, so this really helps you to feel impact, because impact is like so fast and you can't feel it. All right, what you can feel is the release though. You gotta allow that to happen. All right, otherwise your balls aren't gonna go very far, believe it or not. Everyone releases. All right, some release more than others. Release just means closing the face. All right, done by your forearms and your wrists. All right, those work as pals, so the forearms pronate and supinate. That's closing the face. Players aren't aware that the club twists. All right, they try to not twist the club. All right, and that's where you're going off. You gotta allow the twisting of the club. All right, and players ask, well, when should I start releasing? With the driver right from the top. All right, you need the time to get the club square at impact. It's not a cast. This is a rolling of the club. It's the rolling of the forearms on the downswing and the wrists, getting in the proper position to give you that nice compression, that forward shaft lean, that low dynamic loft. That's a really important point to understand. You gotta allow that to happen. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment. I'll be sure to answer in future tips.